So you've chosen to wrangle unwilling lives and cram them inside. I can almost feel them churning within. I'm curious to see what will come of it. Here. This is no peaceful heart. I hope your friend is strong enough to tame it. It was a pleasure. Give Bayor my regards. I hope his new heart brings him happiness.
I heard rumors. The Delrita chieftains spoke among themselves of the stone wardens they brought from the homelands. Yet when I asked, they had little to say. It seems their brotherhood has found a way to bend the weirdness to their will. That is good, I suppose. If you have the chance to learn from them, do so. We need every advantage to restore peace to Avalon.
Got something for me to look at? What? That's amazing. What materials did he use? What else was needed? Did he tell you how to make it? Oh my. I have so many questions. But those can wait. First things first. For this, I will need your help, my friend. Once more, as always. So, shall we begin? Okay then. Let's see if those Stone Warden legends have a grain of truth in them. I suppose that's it. Surprising how simple it is to look into someone's heart and tear it out, isn't it? It's different. Everything looks a bit like it's mired in fog. But I don't feel bad. In fact, I feel good. I feel stronger. I guess more will become clear with time. For now, I'll just have to wait and see. The measure of my debt to you is 2 hearts. I don't know how a man could ever repay something like that. I'll be going back to work. Visit me sometime.
Beor's fully recovered. He's doing well and making his own decisions. He doesn't need an old man hovering over him anymore. And, well, to be honest, I've been waiting for this moment. I'm proud of him, but you didn't hear that from me. You've done right by me, so I'll give you some advice. This whole expedition is madness. But as they say, sometimes there's method in madness. And I'll admit, I'm glad these old bones can still be useful. I might not think much of our Lord, but I won't turn my back on him when he needs help. This isn't just about him. It's about our home. I'll do whatever I can for Kuanacht. Tell Yvain he can count on me, even if it's the last journey I'll ever take.
Exiled from my home by the Red Death. My struggle continues on the holy island of Avalon.
Nice to see you.
The less attention, the better. What news? The people I told you about. Have any of them agreed to join me on the quest for the Holy Grail? Well done. Naturally, I would have preferred to bring them all, but 2 will make fine company. Perhaps along the way, we'll meet others willing to lend us their skills. After all, I can hardly believe you're the only one bold enough to roam the world in search for adventure. You've done me a great favor, so allow me to repay you. Before I depart, know this. You brought change to Connacht and earned my deepest gratitude. Let my repayment be the blessing my lineage received from King Arthur himself. Be the shield that watches over Connacht, as House Terion has done for generations.
I am his oath, the weight of duty that shields the faithful. I am the wall between order and ruin.
You can't just allow for things like that to happen. Not ever again. Not when the kingdom is beginning to find its way. You're the king, and that comes with a whole lot more responsibility. You can't let people like Merlin do what they want, even if their intentions are pure. You must see the danger now!
The memory of Seawall is my burden. Harder to bear than I'd like to admit. But I've realized that his story is what happens when power answers to no one.
Then do something so that a tragedy like that never happens again!
Palamedes, you've always spoken your mind, even when I didn't want to hear it. You've stood beside me through the darkest days and fought not for glory, but for Avalon and its people.
I have done only what I believe was right, nothing more.
Yes, and that made me realize that Merlin was wrong. The legacy I leave won't endure through the legend of a single man, whether it's me or anyone else. I decided to give my sword to the Horns of the South, to bind them not to me, but to the people. But Avalon needs more than that. It needs structures, memory, and resistance to corruption. It needs the foundation of something greater than any one of us.
A shield?
Yes. One to guard Avalon, even from itself. You've proven yourself time and again, so my shield is yours, Palamedes. Not just to wield, but to become. Let your bloodline anchor what my reign could not.
And you believe I am worthy of such a responsibility? I will not fail you, my king.
Don't carry this burden for me, Palamedes. You never have. Carry it for Avalon, and may your name be a blessing upon this land for generations to come. shield isn't an object. It's the bloodline itself. But I also remember the shield was meant to resist. Not enemies, not blades, but corruption, compromise, cowardice. Palamedes understood that. Nothing I've seen here reminds me of him. Nothing resembles the kingdom we were trying to build. Lord Yvain, a joke of a man. A mere shadow of his ancestor. Not worthy of his title, nor of leading his people. I tried to build something lasting. Something that wouldn't depend on me to survive. I distributed power, tied it to oaths, not blood. Gave regions autonomy, left behind symbols to bind them. But what we've seen so far, that's not a kingdom. That's theater. People playing at being lords and commanders, taking on roles they don't even understand. All I've seen here is fear. Indecisive men wearing the mask of power. But their power comes from symbols they don't even understand. And when a decision needs to be made, they hesitate. When danger appears, they flinch. Denholm, commander of Camelot's forces, is incapable of acting without direct orders. Yvain, a descendant of Palamedes, yet too weak to stand against choices that harm his people. Their fear breeds indecision. If you cannot choose, you cannot protect. And if you cannot protect, Avalon rots. It was you the men here responded to, and you who rekindled it. You did all the work. Without that, Kuanacht would still be waiting. That's why I have to come back. Without us, without hands that act, this land just waits and rots. Merlin wanted me to become a symbol. But I realized that one person, one myth, this kingdom needed more. It needed to stand on stronger foundations. And so, I left mementos behind, to serve as cornerstones for various facets of the kingdom. It seems we were both wrong about this. Yes, the situation is complex. Complexity does not excuse paralysis. And yet they sit in deadlock, doing nothing, while the world around them turn every resource toward understanding why the weirdness is returning and stopping it. Hiding in Camelot is cowardice. Staying here? Stupidity. But what I would do doesn't matter. This is precisely why Palamedes was made Avalon's shield, even if it meant standing against me. We gave our people peace, but they've come to take it for granted. Perhaps those who live without struggle grow soft and in comfort, but symbols, without the will to uphold them, are little more than ornament. I named his bloodline the Shield of Kuanacht, and granted them dominion over this menhir, with full autonomy. The land here is among the richest in Avalon. This place was meant to stand as a counterweight to Camelot's rising power. Well, my friend, they still call me the once and future king. Still hold feasts in my name. Feasts won't save them, but action might. We've wasted enough time. Let's move to the Forlorn Swords and find my crown. Let's make me whole. It's the last hope for this wretched kingdom of ruin.
Stay out of trouble. Just passing through. Good.
Are you sure you want to do this? You can still back out. Camelot will surely forgive you for this insubordination.
I have never been more certain of anything in my life.
Fine. Do as you will. Look who woke up. You're a bit late, though. You missed the show. Our Lord gave a rousing speech to his subjects explaining why he's going to leave them in these dire times. I'll leave you two. I need to start cleaning up the mess you made, Yvain. And before I forget, some shady-looking character was looking for you. Didn't tell me his name, but said you're old friends.
Greetings, friend of our house. What may I do for you today? Really? I hope he supports my decision to embark, although, in truth, it doesn't really matter. I made my decision, and I'll well, and now you are the shield of my people. I trust you will ensure that his I had not considered it that way. I do not seek fame. Only justice for my people. I want to give them the chance that Camelot failed, but your words are kind. The story of my family began in glory, and in glory it will. As soon as the necessary preparations are complete, with any luck, it won't. And Sam will assume my duties in my absence. He is my most trusted man, and he is respected by the people. For now, he's assisting me. I do not know when or if I will return. Kurnocht and its people must be ready for either event. Farewell.
It is a bold decision, and I am glad he finally made it. It was wise of him to invoke the old laws. Camelot will not dare to break them, and the men here will remain in Kuanacht, at least until the lives of its people are in immediate danger. It's an ancient law I established myself. It is good that he is not going alone. I honor the courage of those who follow him, although none of us can say even if Yvain does not return, his actions will be remembered. Of that, I wouldn't know. I cannot remember the exact date, and does it really matter? I was born in the homelands, then came to Avalon, only to be reborn. Again and again. Rebirth seems to be an unavoidable part of my life. I think I'm starting to tire. Still, if they're asking, we might as well go.
Eyes forward and mind your step.
Well, well, look at you. Moving along nicely, aren't we? You're piecing him back together faster than I expected. We're getting closer to the end. And since you've proven yourself so capable, maybe it's time. You should have enough power now to enter his mansion. Here, go to this place and see if the door opens for you. No. If you want to know the truth about the man pulling the strings, it's time you took a look behind the curtain. It's the house of someone I once called my employer, Orin. The same one whose plans got you out of the island asylum. I don't know. We stopped seeing eye to eye on certain things, and our relationship soured. No. Not really. There's one last piece of Arthur's soul waiting for you. The third artifact. His crown, this time. You'll find it deep in the Forlorn Swords, in the capital city of Dalriata. Meet with Gerfan. He'll either attack you on sight, or explain everything patiently, depending on how he feels about... Oh, you'll see for yourself. How would I know? I'd say going into Dalriata territory is a surprise all on its own. But don't worry, they've got bigger problems at the moment than you sneaking off with their sacred helmet. Once you're done, meet me at the Charred Conclave. That's where we'll finish this, one way or another.
Eyes forward and mind your step.
Beg for mercy. I see.
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy than meeting you face to face. Alas, that must wait, for our paths have yet to cross, though I hope it will be soon. In the meantime, please treat my home as your own. Make yourself comfortable. Rest from your hardships, and seek the knowledge you require. And you, brave vessel, remember to heed your lord, King Arthur, now and always. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for you, my king. I've memorized Merlin's plan for your resurrection. Yet I'm certain my master made a mistake somewhere. I just can't pinpoint quite where. The theory of revival itself, the technique for performing the ritual was flawless. After all, you always return to us. But I saw how much suffering each resurrection caused you. I wanted to find a way to bring you back to us as the person you truly wished to be. My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. You know how many brave My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. You know how many brave knights gave their lives so we could find a way to bring you back. But their sacrifice was not in vain. With you here, Avalon has a chance to become a true paradise. And now, I believe I've found the way to make it happen.
He might have been, but I don't recall us ever meeting in person. Merlin had many apprentices, and Nimue was the most gifted among them. but even she never spoke in my presence. It is possible Merlin forbade his students from speaking to me, though why he would do such a thing, I cannot say. But Orin seems devoted to a cause he believes in. It's a refreshing perspective, and unlike any we've seen so far. Honestly, I had hoped his discoveries might help me recover some of my lost memories. Sadly, they did not. I remember what Merlin and I chose to do. I simply thought I could reconstruct the reasoning behind our decision. But it seems even Orin wasn't certain of that. I regret that Merlin didn't share his thoughts and decisions with his apprentices. I'm not ready to answer that question, and I sense the final decision won't be mine to make. You're more important than you think, and our fates are bound together to the very end. In the end, Orin's opinion may not even matter.
Oh, hello.
Welcome! I haven't seen you around before. But since you decided to... One day, a friend of mine asked me if her new dress... She was tickled pink and said, "Oh, now, let's get down to business. My name is Osmond." Leaving already? And we were having such a good time. See you later.
Nice to see you.
We're not alone. This is my lucky day. Did you hear something? You're only making me angrier! Your gold belongs to us now! This is gonna hurt!
It's crawling with monsters out there, isn't it? I'm hiding here to get my strength back before moving on. They call me Runner because I'm a fast runner. If I were still with my tribe, I'd have introduced myself as Shabba. But Scarron the Skin Taker gave me that name, and I just got used to it. Not really. My greatest sin was being a Gunvolder who survived. None of the other tribes would take me in. They think my survival goes against everything the Del Rita stand for. Can you believe that? As if surviving is beneath the Del Rita. Who needs us dead? Only the worms in the ground. So I joined Scarron the Skin Taker's band. We were like a family, until Scarron decided. He's the top dog around here. After I joined him, he called me Runner. Said it was for help. He's one mean son of a bitch. At first, it seemed like we all shared the same idea. Uniting the Del Rita. He sees conspiracies everywhere. Trusts no one. Stuff like that. I think the power got to his head. Out of here. Anywhere. I've got just one last. But I need a lot more strength before I finish my mission. And all these monsters. I want to get rid of Scarron the Skin Taker. He shouldn't rule over anyone, and he certainly shouldn't try to unite all the scattered names. But if he succeeds, the way he is now, he'd have us attacking our own brothers. I've had enough bloodshed. One Eye's off to his war, and word is that Gurfhan wants to call the moot and go to war with One Eye for going after Camelot. Either way, it ends with us spilling more of our... I don't give a shit what you think. I want you to hunt Scarron, because... And if he's killed by a non-Rita, it'll be even more of a humiliation. If he's gone, I'll be able to go back to my people. To have a normal play. Great! That's what... Bring me his head, and I'll share what I took when I left. You won't be disappointed.
Someone's out there! Oh, your money or your life! This is gonna hurt! You're no match for our band!
I sensed your approach, my king. I, Gurfan of the Gunvaldir tribe, salute you as my forefathers decreed. Ah, so you're still speaking with your own voice. Good. At least I won't have to bother with that formal drivel Camelot loves so much. Tell me, how does it work with the two of you? Does the king speak through you sometimes? Or is he just a passenger in your head? Will he ever come out and talk to me face to face? Or does he just sit there quietly, never getting involved? Either way, I've got a few things to say to him. Not exactly polite ones. Ah, so he won't be speaking. Still too weak, is he? Not surprising. Well, then give my regards to the old man. Tell him the Gunvaldir tribe stayed loyal to the old treaties right to the end. The same can't be said of the Camelocians, a pack of cowardly dogs without honor. I hope Arthur's squirming in your head, seeing what his beloved capital has been up to. Normal ones, honorable. He entrusted us with the forlorn swords and his crown, the one he used to command giants. We were sworn to guard them. In return, Camelot was supposed to leave us alone, now and forever. But the Camelocians didn't hold up their end of the deal. May their souls rot in the weirdness. Can you hear me, Arthur? The treaty is rubbish. I'm rallying the tribes, and we're marching on Camelot. Nothing can stop us anymore. Except ourselves, damn it. Why? He's barely gotten his life back, and not even all of it. Does he have a death wish or something? There's a passage, sure. And if you're Arthur, it will open for you. Go ahead, if you think you're strong enough. Nobody's gonna stop you. But let me warn you, it's not going to be an easy journey, or a short one. Well, the giants are asleep, at least on the surface. But below, what if they wake up when they see Arthur? I doubt they'll be happy. And if the giants weren't enough, there are still the monsters, and other surprises. The legends about this place make it all pretty clear. If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. At least, not until you're sure you have the strength to handle what's hiding inside. Or without the blessing of the tribes, as agreed 600 years ago. You'd know that if you remembered our agreements, Arthur. Yes, the funny thing about our king, as you may already know, was that he was pretty sure of himself and his abilities. He knew he could march in there, grab his crown whenever he wanted, so he didn't sweat when he made a deal with our ancestors. He said he'd come back for his royal hat, only if the kingdom was in a dire situation, and if all tribes agreed to let him. Traditionally, this was meant to be done during a moot, an assembly of the tribes, and I'm calling one, so we can help each other out, if you're up for it. Well, I need the chieftains to come here, because we have to agree on a united front if we're going to fight Camelot. And I want to make damn sure that we fight Camelot not as a solitary tribe, like hot-headed One-Eye once, but as a united force. But I'm worried that something might be keeping them from leaving their villages. They won't. Our tribes aren't exactly known for getting along, and gathering them all in one place at the same time. That's almost a miracle. But now they've left Gunvaldir in its time of need, and they're ashamed. And that's even worse. That's why you have to shame them even more, so that they have no choice but to come here or risk their honor. And if they say they won't come because, then you'll deal with a because, right? After all, you're the king, aren't you? Exactly. There's only one scene. I'll be waiting. As a Gunvaldir, I've got no way.